All right, let's go. All right, how we doing? It's early. We're irritable. Jess, did you have coffee yet?
So I am making tea because I don't have my coffee mate. So I can't make coffee. When I get to work, I can
That's,
make coffee.
you know
They have
what?
coffee
You know
mate.
what? That is the most Italian American thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I can't have my coffee because I don't have my coffee mate.
It's very hard for me to consume coffee without it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I have water.
Well, I
I have
mean,
coffee with coffee mate.
Good for you.
You
So,
nut,
we might need it
no
because
sugar.
according to Daniel's time right here, it's 8:09, and that's not p.m. This is a.m. It's very early in the morning for a Get Back show, but we're here. We're in the flesh. Let's talk about some things. And you know what's funny, Daniel, when you talked about how you just finished making like a couple videos and then like you get
Yeah.
to work and you're like, all right, time to get down in the trenches, and then immediately like five things happen that are like actually big news at once. Like five things just happen. So
Dude, I was like, bro, can I just digest something?
no.
Like I had like 2 hours of spare time between doing the videos and going to work. I'm like, you know what? Nothing's happening. This is great.
Hmm.
And I it's Ray fucking Stone stuff. Why?
So one of the bigger stories I feel like we're gonna touch on a little later. It's the Gilbert Arenas thing, but first I want to touch on Terry McLaurin, star wide receiver for the Commanders, requesting a trade because contract talks have stalled to the point where he's like, I don't even want to be here anymore. How do we feel? Terry McLaurin requesting a trade.
are they really going to trade him?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know,
like,
Jim.
but like if he doesn't, that's the thing. Like a lot of these NFL players request a trade just for like leverage in the contract. Like, listen, I'll leave right now, but technically you can't. But like, you're not gonna play, so it's better to pay you to play than pay you not to play. You know what I mean?
Right.
Does he want to leave
I
the setup that he has right now? Like you got Jaden Daniel, they're on the up. They're trending up. You sure you want to get? If they were trending down, I'd get it. But they're trending up. I don't know. Is that the right decision to make right now?
I mean, if you like think about it, he's after his bread first right now, right? NFL players they got to secure that contract in order to feel comfortable with even playing another snap of football. So for him, he's like, listen, you paid DK Metcalf all that money. I'm better than DK Metcalf. That's what all these receivers are going to
right.
think. Even if they're not, they're going to think that. You paid this guy X amount of dollars. I'm better than this guy. I deserve the same amount, if not $1 million more. And that's the thing. He wants that
I
extra money.
I think this situation is very interesting because Terry McLaurin is 31 years old, on the older side for a wide receiver, but he's been with the Commanders for a long time, and he was the biggest success last year in the growth of Jane Daniels. So both sides kind of have their issues with each other, and both have their successes with each other. They both need each other, but he is 31 years old, coming off his best year. So, and he was a good receiver, and he turned great last year. He had a great year. So it's interesting to see kind of the Commanders approach it because he obviously wants to be paid like a wide receiver wants us. That's at least $30 million plus. But you have to remember that he's a bit older and he didn't have success he had last year. So the Commanders are well within their right that they don't have to pay him that kind of money until he proves it again. And McLaurin said, I want to. You know how I stand when it comes to players and money. So you should know where I stand on the whole situation. But I do feel like he does warrant an extension of some sort, and he does warrant at least some amount of reward for what happened last year, and actually everybody on that, right? And if they want to get better and if they want to have the success they had last year, they need Terry McLaurin on their roster, right? Like that's a definitive fact. So if they lose him, they really don't have another wide receiver they can turn to. So it's a tough situation for both parties, and I believe that they won't trade him. I think they will work something out. I think this is just speculation and just trying to move the talks along to get more money and to put pressure on the Commanders. But I do think Commanders will give him what he wants because they need him and he's earned it.
Yeah, and I'm looking at his stats, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 straight years with over 1,000 yards. His rookie year, he had over 900. Can you tell me who the quarterbacks were for those teams?
What's the quarterback?
Taylor Heineke, huh? Are we
Taylor Heineke.
are we speaking, huh? About these bums that he's played with that quarterback?
Is
Are
he
we?
still in the league?
Yeah, he's still in the league, but he's a backup, regulated to being a backup because he's not that good. He's not that good. So he has played with mediocre talent his entire career up until Jaden Daniels walks in through the door, and then boom, he has over 1,000 yards, 82 catches, and 13 touchdowns, the most he's ever had in his entire career for touchdowns. Right. So you think about it, you got Jaden Daniels on a rookie deal. You give Terry McLaurin 3 years at his price, you can pay it. You can pay it. But do they want to? That's the thing. I don't think they really want to pay that price until their hand is forced. Right? What's 3 years? $97.5 million for Terry McLaurin. That's the price for wide receivers now. Right? When we think of DK Metcalf, we don't think of the greatest wide receiver ever. We think of this guy who's top 15, maybe top 20. That's where Terry McLaurin's at. So you got to pay this guy if you want to keep him. And Jaden Daniels loves him. And who else are you going to have? You know, what are you going to throw the ball to Austin Eckler every play? No, you need another guy on the outside who could win and who's actually a good receiver. So if I was them, I would have signed Terry a very long time ago. If he was really like this adamant on getting an extension, because this hasn't just came up and he wants an extension and now he's mad.
Yeah.
This has been going on. He's probably been thinking about this way for like a year, since last year. He's like, all right, when this contract comes up, I'm thinking about this price, talking to his agent and all that. So the Washington Commanders, they aren't surprised, but so they just got to hurry up, get the deal done.
But this situation has gotten worse like every day, progressively.
He's tired of it. He's like, listen, like, we're making no progress at all. Do you see what I've done for your franchise, your bum franchise with bum quarterbacks? And now you're going to sit here and tell me I don't deserve what DK Metcalf is getting? What has DK Metcalf done? Pretty much the same as him.
The NFL owners are just like scumbags. They don't want to pay.
They really are.
And you know what? This is the new ownership group. This is their first real contract talk they could have. So they're not setting a good example for their
The truth is, then, if this, because you're right, this is a brand new regime going on. If they really want to make progress for their future, and this just wasn't like a one-season fluke, then you need to try to retain your best players. Just pay. I don't know. If you're trying to change this organization, why are you acting like the way you did before? Is this real improvement? Okay, you changed the name, got it. You had to. Got rid of the bad owner. And now you're dragging his feet. Like, you're just dragging him through the mud, like, just making him, like, for what?
I looked at Terry McLaurin's age. He's born September 15th. Hey, nice. That's my Virgo brother right there. But he's 29. You extend him. Extend him for 3 years. He'll be 32, 33. Extend him. You're telling me a wide receiver can't be productive at that age? Bullshit. They're just being stubborn and hard-headed. That's what Washington really is being. That's because they just like, $30 million. It's not like you're paying Jaden Daniels that much. You can afford to do this when you have a good rookie QB. You can afford it. But they don't want to do it. They're stubborn.
And that's all. That's with all the teams. Every team has a disgruntled player who they're refusing to pay, who they know they should pay. The rules allow them to be this way. So I know we get very annoyed when players hold out, but when you sit back and you think about it, it's like, no, fuck that. Especially if they put on a stellar performance the season they just came off, they have every right to bitch and complain. If this was a shitty employee demanding money, that is different.
Mm-hmm.
But if this is their if this is an employee that always gets you where you need to go, why are you being a fucking shyster? Like, why are you being that way?
And you
Like,
finally
it's just-
put him with a good QB. Finally. And
So you don't
see
know how
what
to
they
take
did.
advantage of your opportunities on the field. You're really just, you're worried about your budget. You're worried about your profit, staying under salary cap, just in case the next receiver who's going to be available next year? I'm sure that's what they're thinking. Well, if he doesn't want to be here, who can we get next year? Who's willing to come here ASAP? And then what if that person's asking for that money? If you just get another receiver who's just way more expensive than this guy.
I'm not gonna lie. Where are the 26-year-old wide receivers that are as good as Terry McLaurin right now that aren't extended already? There is none. There's none. So Terry McLaurin is your best bet, and he is the best wide receiver on your team. He's actually a really underrated receiver. We don't talk about him enough, but he's damn good. You keep him. $30 million? Really? Over 1,000 yards every year, 30 touchdowns last year?
Yeah, you don't know what it is. You know why I haven't talked about it as much, and we have been neglecting this story, because you can't fathom it, them not signing him, because it makes total sense for both sides. It makes so much sense. So the fact that it's gone on this long, there's something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, because there seems to be now some bad blood between them, which is bad.
I think for him, he's probably like, yo, don't bullshit me, yo. Like, you gonna make progress or not? Like, I told you what I want. We think it's in reason. He's not trying to shaft them, I don't think. But he's trying to get what he believes he rightfully deserves. And I think he does, based on his numbers and his stats with awful quarterbacks. He has his first year with a rookie quarterback, and you see what he's doing. Imagine the second year. Imagine the third year. Imagine that fourth year, right? Imagine where you could go. You just went to the NFC Championship game, and you're not willing to reinvest that money back into the players that got you there? Insane. Unreal. Awful franchise. Awful. I'd rather never be anything. Awful.
There was an NFL player that said it's a beautiful profession but a terrible business.
Who would have said that? Probably Brandon Marshall or something like that. I'd probably said.
No, I know who said it.
Oh, said it?
It's our favorite guy, but
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
yeah, he was explaining. It's a beautiful profession, but a terrible business, and this is the terrible side.
Whenever Rodgers wants to drop a bar, he can drop a bar.
Yeah.
When he wants to.
It's terrible business. Maybe they'll give it to him. Maybe the closer they get to the season, maybe it'll wake them up. Like, wait. We have a game, a real game, not a pregame, real game.
They're gonna give it to him. They're gonna give it to him.
When did Ayuk sign with the Niners? Wasn't that like a week before the season started, or was that before training?
That was like a couple weeks before this. Maybe training camp.
No,
just
he
before?
missed all of training camp. I think
he missed all training camp, right? Yeah.
He missed all of training camp. I think it got him right before the first game. But that motherfucker missed a lot, and then he ended up getting injured. But look, that's why he held out, because he was like, "You never know. I want my money."
And
he got it.
Respectfully, Terry McLaurin's better than Brandon Ayuk. So
maybe the Niners should trade.
To be honest, Terry McLaurin with Brock Purdy, that would be pretty nice. But the Commanders ain't taking on Brandon Ayuk after what they saw last year. And they're paying him $30 million. You have to take over his contract too. So you might as well just pay Terry McLaurin because you know he's better. Just pay him. Fucking Pay him. That's some bullshit. I can't with this fucking franchise. It's awful. It's just awful. Like they need us in the room just to be like, are you dead ass right now? Like just in the corner. Like, are you dead ass? Well, why wouldn't you do that? Like, you know.
You know what's like little, it's not sad, but maybe who knows, but like Jaden Daniels, he's just a second year. And even though he's great, does he have pull like a Joe Burrow to be like, yo, pay these people already? I need them.
Yes.
So it's like you don't even have a quarterback to like.
I think he has some pull.
But how much pull?
Like a decent amount.
You
Not
had him
not a
1
good
year.
amount. Decent.
I don't know. I just feel like he's really in this fight probably by himself because, it's your own fight. Like no one, unless you're Joe Burrow brave enough to be like, pay my fucking receivers. You're out your own.
Watch. I guarantee you today is another day of training camp. There will be an interviewer,
Yep.
right, during Commander's training camp being like, so how do you feel about the Terry McLaurin requesting a trade? Have you heard that in the news? And I guarantee you he'll be like, yeah, it's a business. He's trying to get what he want to get, but, I would love to have him. Love to have him here. He knows that. He knows how I stand. I want him.
Of course, he can say that. Of course, but like,
And that's enough
you gonna
for
storm into the
management.
office?
He won't storm into office. He'll gently walk in and be like, "Hey guys,
Please.
Want to pay him?"
And they'll
Please?
be like, yeah, please close the door on your way out.
No, there's no way. They think that motherfucker's the future. There's
No.
no way they're gonna tell their future. Be like, listen, no.
Yeah, their future, but think about this is their budget. This is their pockets. We've seen NFL. We've seen these teams and GMs and owners don't give a fuck about their star players when it comes to the money.
Then they're awful. They're awful.
Then so it's like, yeah, you had one great, and yeah, you are our future. Why don't you remember that?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that was a bar. It's a hard bar. Oh man, but you know who is also wanting a contract as well? Still, just the NFL sack leader from the last couple of years. Yeah, just a really good defensive end. Just doesn't have a deal yet. The only reason why he's at camp is to avoid fines. Literally, has he even been practicing? No, he's just walking around, having a chat. It's Trey Hendrickson. Bengals still don't want to pay him. He's just there so he won't get fined. He does not care about the practice. He's.
I mean, like we talk about Trey every week. This is becoming like our new Aaron Rodgers. Like we just, it's a new saga every week. Like now he's at training camp, but he's not practicing. He's going to get fined.
But look, it's not on him.
It's not on him. It's all in the Bengals. I'm trying to make. I'm not. I said it sarcastically, but it's like eventually he's just not going to play, and since he's just not going to realize that. It's just do what you need to do. Just give him the money and move on. Like, why do we need to drag this out it's literally been an error all over again.
They don't want to pay him. Like he's there. He's actually there at the train. Like he's there. You have him there. You don't have to call him. You don't have to look for him. You don't have to speak to a third person. He's there. So take care of it. Like, and unlike Aaron Rodgers, he's not talking about retiring. I don't know if I'm coming in. I don't know if I'm coming. Like, no, he's like, yo, just fucking pay me. I've done excellent. And when we were still shitty, I've done excellent. And they're like, we already paid Joe, Chase, the other guy. That's it.
Yeah, but you know what he could say? That's not my fucking problem.
He could say that, but like I said, their money is more important to these players. Any day of the week, on the worst day, on the best day. And I feel like if they're going to do, like, they've had such slow starts in these last few seasons. You are not helping yourself going into this season with this player in this position. So it's like, how serious are you truly about getting back to the Super Bowl? Or do you think, or this is you, your house is shit, but your car is amazing. Your inside of your house is crap, garbage, or you neglect it, you abandon it. But everyone loves the Ferrari you're in, and you keep it parked outside, nice in front, and it performs well whenever you put them out there. And that's how they treat this. We got Joe, and we got Jamar. Like, that's it. We don't need to do anything else. As long as people don't know, like, we can just tell them we're renovating the kitchen. We're getting it done. It's coming along. It's coming along. We're getting the roof fixed. It's coming along. It's coming along. That's how they're treating this whole situation. Like, maybe they're not that. I don't know. I would be like, if I have someone like Chase and Burrow on my team, you need that part of the defense to be just as equally as talented. You need to keep them in so they can take you to the next. You missed the playoffs twice. Like this is not. And it's infuriating because you have such talent on your team. You're deliberately being pieces of shit.
Ooh.
It's like you're deliberately being like, so what? We have A-star talent. Like, we don't have scrubs. We have people that perform year in, year out. And we're just like, yeah, we're going to stop the bus right here. They're not serious. And then that's why I feel like, Joe, maybe in a few years, if you miss the fucking playoffs again, which I don't think that's going to happen to them, you need to get out of there. Because you will be, that would be terrible for someone like that to just be wasted. Even Chase, you need to go to a winning team. A team who with an organization who wants to win. The front office and the owner are being dipshits right now.
If they don't have their Henderson, Jess, they're not making the playoffs. I hate to break that to you. They're not going anywhere
Is
without
he
that
really
guy.
gonna sit? Are they gonna trade it? Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, are they? I just don't see him not playing. I just feel like he just may not get paid. He may still play. He's probably still gonna play.
My thing is like when Le'Veon Bell was going through his contract talk with the Steelers, right? When he just wasn't getting that contract extension and he was sitting out. How like for us in the moment, how realistic did it feel for him to sit out the entire year? Because like when we were like back in there, we thought it was the craziest thing to do. We were like, oh my gosh, Le'Veon Bell's crazy, right? Oh, is he just not gonna play at all? What? But like, for Trey Henderson, it's probably not a bad option. Like, when you think about it,
That's a risk sitting out for the
it is a
year.
risk. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it hurts the player more than it helps him. Like, you would think it would help him because like a year off from getting like terribly injured, like your body gets like fully recovered. But it's just that's a year off. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's helpful towards the player to sit that long.
I think it's a bit different because he's not a running back and they don't. A defensive end doesn't age like milk the way a running back does.
Yeah, but still, there's no chance of you like getting hurt because you're not playing.
No. Yeah.
So it's like you kind of saved yourself a year, but it's almost like the league just gets faster and better every year.
Yeah.
And here you are sitting out, missing out. So missing out with your teammates, like whatever it is you enjoy about this game. And that's another thing. You love this game. They love this game. This is not a job. This is their career. They dreamed all their life, and now they're in the end. This is not something because we know how quick you're replaceable. So what if they meet your pettiness and be like, okay, fine, sit. I will just get someone else, and we're gonna keep this one.
Well, they did do that.
They got Shamar Stewart. It sounded like they didn't fucking want him either. The way they're fucking talking about that shit in their contract.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is happening with these people?
They're awful.
They need a documentary. Have you watched the Hard Knocks?
Surviving the Bengals? Do we need a Surviving the Bengals?
I think we need one. I think we need one.
Because the way they treat, I want to see how Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Joe Burrow are like sitting in like a round table just discussing their traumatic experiences dealing with that front office. Just like, yeah, and then they just kept going lower and lower with the price. They wouldn't stop. They wanted to pay me $10 million, and I'm like, have they seen what I've done?
I requested a trade. You know what they did? They laughed at me. They laughed at me.
I think maybe they'll probably. I mean, hopefully they get it done before the season starts.
it's
Because this is not going to be good if they don't.
the Bengals are
Go back to
giving
Joe now.
49ers. It's giving
Huh?
49ers. That's what the Bengals are giving 49ers because
Are they?
they're
Because they missed. Well, they
it's
both missed the playoffs last year, so they're each other.
no, it's giving the way this front office is handling it's giving 49ers. Nobody's getting paid. Nobody's showing up. They're only showing up for
The
fines.
49ers, but didn't they just pay some of their key players? They paid Kittle, they paid Warner,
Finally,
they paid Brock. Well, I don't think last year Kittle was asking during this. Like, I don't. Maybe now was the time to pay. But the point is, they paid
I'm
them.
more speaking about the Brandon Ayuk situation. This is it's akin to Trey
That's-
Anderson, yeah. Because like just pay him, but make
He's
the
way
contract
than
better.
Ayuk. He's like more of an asset.
He's a
to
defensive
that team
end.
than Ayuk.
He's a high premium position player, and he's good. I don't get it. I don't know. Like these decisions.
Well, maybe the Niners and the Bengals are calling each other to see who could be more retarded.
Yo, just with no coffee, bro. Just with
I
no
mean,
coffee.
shit. Speaking facts, yo, is crazy, man.
I have my tea.
Oh, it's even better.
But you know what is the tea around?
Shout out, yep.
Hey. But you know what is the tea right now? How Gilbert Arenas is going to jail now potentially because
Okay,
of
what did he do? Because I'm kind of lost on this story.
So-
He bet something. He did an illegal ring. What?
he got arrested for running an illegal poker games. I'll read a bit of the story. So, he was arrested
people do it all the time.
with a federal indictment. Ooh, that alleges the former NBA star was hosting illegal high-stakes poker games at his mansion in California, and he was charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business, and 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. He was released on $50K bond. His trial is September 23rd. At this point, he is presumed innocent, right? He has the same right as any other citizen to that presumption. According to the indictment, he rented out a house, and one of his associates staged poker games in the house for him, recruited co-conspirators to host, and collected rent from the co-conspirators on Arenas' behalf.
Isn't this like Rico?
I don't think
fucking
there was
sounds
like
like.
guns involved or like trafficking involved. I think it was just like money.
I don't think guns and trafficking has to. Is that what it requires? Doesn't it just mean a group of people decide to conspire to commit a crime?
Rico is it? I thought Rico's like racketeering and like
I don't
of that kind of
like
like
the Diddy trial got us all messed up.
like the
Oh,
Diddy
Rico.
like Diddy was like trying to like sex traffic these girls, allegedly trying to sex traffic these girls and have all these
But here's the
things
thing.
and stuff.
In this story, there's none of that. There's no trafficking involved. There's nothing that seems like malicious in like people were owed money or there are people that were, doing stuff behind
No, but
closed doors. It's a bad thing that happened, but like in terms of what we've seen, this is pretty
harmless.
well run. It's pretty well run.
Well, basically, what it is it's like a non-licensed casino. That's basically what how they view it. So it's. But my thing, why would you do this to yourself? First of all, I think it's stupid that the government has to do this to people. I think you should have. You want to host card games and put money on in your house that you. I don't. Fuck the government. Why you can't have that happen? Whatever. But on the other hand, because it's illegal, you should know better. You have money. You have access to the upper life. Like, I don't know, why would you jeopardize that for a poker game? Like, I don't. It's like I don't want to compare it to the situation, but it's like what Michael Vick did with the dog ring. Why the fuck would you do that? Are you making more money from that than you are your NFL career? And I get it, Gilbert is not playing, but like, you can make legit money, more money, doing things legally. Why would you do that? and for something that you like you said, right now there's no bad evidence of like harm. Like it's not like it was like all out like chaotic, like poker games plus prostitution, poker games plus like drugs paraphernalia everywhere. It's just like, no, these people came to this house, they bet high money on poker. So it's for a non-violent crime, you're about to lose it all or lose some of it. It's like, why would you do that to yourself?
Well, if you remember, he was a big like gambler
Allegedly.
in the NBA too, allegedly. He was a big gambler in the NBA too, because remember he had that fight. I forget whose team it was, and they brought guns to the locker room because it was over a card game. They had a fight over a card game. I forget that. Remember that story? It was like they had a card game. They both brought guns to the locker room.
Yeah.
So like he has a pretty bad gambling addiction. He
Yeah,
just doesn't go to
clearly.
AA to just doesn't go
Both
to
of them
AA to fix
bring
it.
guns to your locker room. Are you fucking like? I don't want to keep saying the word, but are you just like, what is? I don't want to use the R word, but clearly something's wrong.
Something is very wrong. It's because it's not like Arenas. You've done it. You did it. You did what everybody from like a background where they have to do something like this to like make ends meet. You've done it because you already have the money. You have podcasts. You have other side ventures that get you more money today. But you still decide to deal with this. You still decide to do that. Now it's one thing if it's just like two of your homies, and it's not like I rent out a house. I get people involved. I pay them, and then they pay me through them, and then I get the money, and then the cuts, and then all this and that. If it's just two of your boys, and you're like, hey, let's play spades. Yeah, put a couple dollars on it. Yeah, that's fine. This is not that.
No, and my thing is, so another question is, so then why don't you just get involved with real gambling? If you're addicted to the gambling like that, and you clearly got a thing for cards and high stakes bet, like people are trying to open casinos in New York City. You're not trying to get in on that.
Him and a steak
You
sponsorship
don't
would
want to
have
get in
went
there.
crazy. The Gilbert
Like
Arenas
you,
power play on like a FanDuel or like a DraftKings would have went crazy. Like he could have been
or like,
profiting from this
why don't
legally.
you put on like a legit poker thing? Like ESPN used to have those poker contests. Why don't you do it the right way then? You could have done it. There's a right way to do this. So it's like,
People have addictions. They need to have that need settled right now, right?
He wants to do
So
it with his friends. He doesn't want anybody
well, it's
what
else
a
is
involved.
degenerate. It's like a perverted, or like
It
it's
is
because you could do
degenerate.
this legally, bro, and probably get way more money and not go to jail for it. But the fact that you're choosing this way, there's a mentality that hasn't ever evolved. Despite you being in the NBA, despite you having a career in media, there's a mentality that it's still like risking it. I that's not good enough. This is what I want. Something that's dangerous, not something that can put me in danger, put my financial future in danger. This is what I prefer.
Yeah.
That's it. You need therapy on why you want to throw your life out like that.
Now, it's all alleged right now. But
Alleged.
if he's previously talked about having gambling issues and getting into fights over like card games and stuff like that, it's not that far fetched to have this idea floated around that he may have done this. So if it's true, then he says it says on each of the counts, so he has 3 counts, he goes to jail for a maximum of 5 years if he's found guilty for it. So he has a potential of 15 years in prison for each.
Now, to be honest, I don't think he's gonna go to jail. I don't. I'll be honest. Okay, I don't know what's the.
When it comes to
conviction rate.
gambling, I don't know about conviction rates, but when it comes to like the NBA and all these other, when you mess with the casinos and potentially them getting money, they got a problem. We got to make an example out of you.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna.
When it comes to gambling,
Yeah.
they make examples out of people, even if it was just like harmless.
I want to hear how much money like The show, like the
was
Shohei Ohtani,
involved.
that was $50 million. That's different. Is this guy doing $50 million of illegal poker?
I would not think that. I wouldn't. I would say maybe it's
So
way
that's what
less
I'm
than
saying.
that.
So how you're gonna send him to jail for how much? Like as a tax-paying citizen, why? Get him. He needs fucking help. He's a gambling addict. Does he need to go to jail? I don't. I mean, maybe
Well, the
one
way
year
the way I
is okay, but I just feel like if it's a non, I mean, I don't know. It's very. I just feel like
if
more serious people
if
need to be in jail. We need to find the shit out of him, get him some help, get him like a PSA, give him probation, community service. Like, I just don't know. Do we need to put him in prison for this?
if it comes out that there was nothing nefarious going on in the house and that it was just guys with big money putting money on the table and slapping it around, it shouldn't be that much of that big of a deal, right? Because that shit happens all the time. Let's be real. Billionaires slap money around all the time at games all the time. If it was collecting money at the door for whatever reason, that could be another separate issue. But the way the story plays out, allegedly, and everything that's been going on, allegedly, this is one of the more harmless stories in this regard that we've seen in a long time, right? It's not great. It's not a great look for anybody involved, but it's not the worst thing to ever come out of this news cycle, right? So, for lack of a better term. So, and I think the problem too is that when you have an addiction, and clearly he seems like he does, the need to satisfy it will just never go away. So he needs to find another outlet to get that into because
That's what
clearly,
he needs serious help.
Yep.
yeah,
Rehabilitation, not prison.
yeah,
Unless
and
like there's nothing nefarious else. If something else comes out, then hey, throw him behind bars, I guess. But
because
Like,
it better
I'm
be
reading
worth
some of the
millions.
I'm reading some of the story too. He also did hire uh men to be servers and to like be like serve drinks and take food orders, drink
valets, armed
orders,
security guards,
valets.
provided massages and offered companionship to the poker players in
Yeah,
exchange for tips. Um, I don't
Look, bro, I'm
companionship.
trying to throw you fucking bail, Gilbert Arenas, and you're
Companionship.
over here.
Jess, it's companionship. It's just a pat on the back, like,
it's
hey,
companionship.
hey, you'll make them fold next
Oh
time. Don't
yeah,
worry.
okay. If this was just poker, like you come in, okay, you pay the guy at the door, you sit down, here's a drink, put your money on the table, and get out. Okay, I feel like that does not require prison time.
Now that we're getting to their
But
servers,
now
armed
you're like
guards.
you're basic because now you truly are. I get it. You're truly operating fucking an illegal, like an all-out casino.
Yeah,
What
he,
the
he
fuck?
wants his own casino. He wanted his own casino, but didn't want to pay building tax. Essentially, is what happened.
See now I get it. Now I feel like okay. See, I told you before the story. I said I don't really know much, but now that Lewis said that, you cannot operate a business just paying people. First of all, you violated every bill of rights when it comes to like workers' rights. Like, there's no protection for these people. There's just like so you can imagine probably what else has gone down. Oh, if you're gonna have like companionship. Because now you're getting into okay, is this like a brothel that
we,
pays
we,
dick?
we
Like
know
what
what it
is it?
means, right? I feel like they just said companionship for the article, but I think we know what they're talking about. Ah.
And I feel like I don't. That's crazy. That's all alleged supposedly, but I feel like see, I didn't know that. I have to read more myself because here
and
I am thinking, okay, he hosted a party with poker tables.
and
I didn't think
listen,
he had like a whole fucking like MGM Grand and Las Vegas Strip vibes going.
and you know what he did too? The co-conspirators took a cut of the service tips. How fucking dare they?
But that's the problem.
How dare they?
You can't do that at a legitimate business. You can't steal from your fucking employees. So in that case, yeah, you deserve to go to jail because I'm an employee now. I don't want anyone stealing my money, especially if I'm risking my in your illegal operation.
Hey,
I'm over
hey,
here.
hey,
I'm helping you commit the crime. Why do you have to take the money from me? I'm helping you. Why do you have to take it? Like,
And
yeah, you know what? Lock him up. Throw
hey,
away.
I found another line in the story that's not great. Yevgeny, I probably mispronounced that. Gershimin, a suspected high-level member of the Israeli organized crime group, and four other associates were also indicted and arrested in connection with the alleged illegal business which prosecutors say operated from September 2021 to
This is
July
really the time for that.
2022.
Let me tell
so
you.
he's aligning
Came out with
himself.
Israeli gangs.
So
What?
so he's aligning himself with people who
Yes,
have done shit like this, and you expect us to believe that you aren't doing shit like I'm not.
I was wrong earlier in my first because I didn't know any of this. I just all
this
right,
is
Gilbert.
why we read this.
No,
This is
but
why
I
we
but
read
I
this
think
very.
like in the essence of your argument, if it was like this pure like, hey, come to the table, let's just have fun, play spades, play poker, like it is what it is. It's just with homies, right?
I bet 50,000
Once
equals
you
good,
get the
bro.
armed guards involved, you got servers, you got massages and companionship. Fine, whatever.
You know, I'm surprised armed guards like you need a license for the weapons to like be there. Like, as I just feel like shouldn't the ATF be involved? I don't know. Maybe that's something else.
This story's gonna get bigger and bigger, the more you unpack it. Oh, and then these guys were running illegal businesses that you aligned yourself with. Oh wow, that's crazy. No, you expect me to believe you didn't do this, Gilbert? Like I wonder like how that trial is gonna be. Like how is it gonna go?
You want to know what I think? I
Innocent
think
trial.
the
He could plead
government.
guilty. Do you want to go to trial? In if you know you're guilty, do you want to go to
But is
trial?
that 15 years in prison?
I don't think. Okay, if he pleads, because if there's
He
just too
pleaded
much.
not guilty. He pleaded
If you
not
do,
guilty.
they'll probably give him like 5 years, like 3 years, and then like 2 years probation, or like 1 year, serve 1 year, and then 4 years. Like I don't think they're gonna. I don't know.
Well, it depends on if he
If he
gets
pleads,
charged
then he
with
won't
all of
serve
them.
the full term.
Like if he
Huh?
is found guilty on like one of the charges out of the three, then he gets 5 years. If he's
Right.
found on two, then he gets 10. If he's
No,
on all three, then he gets 15.
that's the maximum.
That's the maximum.
But that's the
That's the
maximum.
max, but he may not actually
Right.
get the max. You know, he
Right.
may probably just serve 5, 7, or good behavior with a great lawyer, 2 years.
You want to know what it is? I think the U.S. government was looking at like the organized crime person that they were looking at, and then saw Gilbert Arenas like, what is he doing here?
Because I was about to ask who dropped a dime on him. Someone had to snitch on him.
He's there. Yeah, you're helping run it. Who's paying these people? From what account? Whose name is on the account?
Where they get all this money from? All this NBA stuff.
Oh, this NBA star. I wonder who it is. Let's run data
Guys,
fingerprints
don't
and all
ever
this.
let me get involved with
No,
major organized crime.
no,
No matter what I do in life, don't let me get involved.
no. We're not gonna let that happen to you. No. We got you, Jess. We're
I
gonna
know
keep
that.
you humble. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna be like, why would you do that? That's really dumb. Just like scold you, just like very childishly. Like that's really silly. Why would you go ahead and do something like that?
Why would you just buy a casino? Why you gotta run it out of somebody else's house? Like what?
Yeah.
Just go buy a casino.
Yo, just put cards on the table and then just say, hey, put $1 in. I think that'll be more legal. You know what I mean? But you know
You
what?
can play Uno. You play Uno.
Oh. Now, if he was running an illegal gambling casino with Uno, free him. Free him.
It's very hard to open a casino. Otherwise, you'd have more of them. It is very difficult, and maybe that's another reason why maybe he thought about going the legal route, but you have to be swimming in your money. You have to be, and we all know he's rich and famous, but he's not that. He's not a Magic Johnson. He's not a Jay-Z. You don't have this type of money. You like Steve, like these money that you could just like, here's 100 million for my bid. Like, and then you need to have the location, you need to have the city, the county, everyone has to approve. Then it goes through like 5 years of approval. It goes through like It takes years to get into casinos. So this is just a shortcut that he took. But I feel like, bro, is not. Is it worth? Was it worth it?
He wanted that
Just
quick
get on
cash.
someone's casino bandwagon and wait till you open a new one. Like I don't.
Quick cash. He's not out of that mindset. He's not thinking long
Yeah,
term. He's thinking right now. Live in the moment.
yeah,
That's awful.
sure.
But you know what isn't awful? Mikal Bridges getting his contract extension legally. 4 years, $150 million. Daniel, I don't know how to feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Seeing him in the playoffs was like cool. He was like good-ish. Good-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So how much money is this per year? 4 years, 450, 180, 20. It's
It's
40?
gonna be 37.5.
$37.5 million every year.
Yeah,
I
relatively cheap in NBA standards.
yeah, yeah.
So shouldn't this help?
I mean, he's gonna be there, and you know what's? Yeah, even if he's like sometimes he has down games and things like that, he's always gonna be there.
Right.
I don't think he's ever missed a game.
He hasn't.
He has not missed one game yet in his entire NBA career, and he's been in the league for a minute. So you're banking on him being healthy, and when he's in the game and healthy, he can potentially put up numbers, play good defense, be a very good supporting role for Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, and he's a good person to have in your starting lineup who can potentially go off on any given night when his shots falling. So this is why Jalen Brunson took less money. So
Mm-hmm.
Mikal Bridges could get paid. So OG could get paid.
Yep.
So we could bring in
Yep.
other guys on shorter deals and then be okay with it because they're playing with me and Kat and OG and Mikal and Mitchell. And we have the cap space to do what we want with this team and make it how we want it. Actually, you know what? I'm okay with this deal now. I've talked myself out of it.
There you go.
I've talked myself out of it.
There you go.
It was just
Sometimes you gotta talk it out.
it's just the 150. 150. Ooh, that's big. It's a big number.
But the way you feel about NBA prices, I feel about NFL prices.
Yeah.
Right. So that's where we like.
Shake
See,
on
this
it.
is where we shake.
Yep. Yep.
We're shaking. Because I think it's actually a really cheap deal for Mikhail. I think it's a very team friendly deal, all things considered. He wanted to, he could have got a big max contract. It could have been 180 million very easily. Um, so I think he took a little bit less money on the he left money on the table. And look, I think there are good things and bad things about Bridges, right? He plays every game. He's consistent. He's got an okay shot. He's a great defender. His scoring's inconsistent. You want him to be more aggressive. You want him to kind of be incorporated more in the offense. That being said, he's not the best player on this team. He's not. It's Jalen Brunson, Cat, and maybe OG Anunoby. Maybe Josh Hart's more important than he is. Right? Maybe Mitchell Robinson's more important than he is. Like there are other factors of this team that are more important than Mikal Bridges. So I think he's a nice piece to have. I think it's a piece you need to have, yeah. But is he the end all be all? No. But I am happy that he's here because he's a good piece to have. And I think when you look at this Knicks team, this is their window from when they traded and signed Jalen Brunson to the next 4 years. This is their window. They got Brunson, McHale, and Cat on all team friendly deals. They have all their star players that they want. They are definitively saying this is the group. This is the group we're going to believe in. This is the group that we feel like is going to push us to an NBA final championship, baby. We have our coach, we have our players, we have everyone who we want involved. So this is going to be the next 3 or 4 years is going to be these guys going to be on their shoulders to deliver what they need to deliver. They didn't get Giannis, they didn't get Embiid, they didn't get Curry, they didn't get LeBron. This is their group. They're believing in it, they're investing in it, and they've determined that this is going to be the core of the team for the next 4 to 5 years, with little pieces sprinkled here and there to help them get better. But in terms of the starting five, they've determined what that is already.
And I think they, at least in this Eastern Conference, the year coming up, they have a really good shot at being not only the 1 seed, but actually making it out of the East, right? Pacers aren't going to have Halliburton. They've kind of depleted. The Bucks are like meh. The what do you call it? The Magic are like on the come up, but like not there yet. Boston's taken a little step back, right? They'll still be there, but not as good as they once were. And
Cleveland's too inconsistent.
yeah, Cleveland, I don't even trust them getting out of the second round, let alone making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. And then for me, the Pistons are probably a really tough test for you guys, right? If the Pistons keep up the way that they play and they keep getting these pieces, they could be a scary team to look out for, the sneaky like 3 or 4 seed, right? And then you play them either in the second or Eastern Conference Finals, and it's a tough ass matchup. So I feel like the Knicks, this like last year was a really good chance. This is an even better chance than last year.
Right.
And that's saying something, because last year it was a lot more better teams. But now you have these teams who are like on the come up, but like they're not there yet. You know what I mean? Their starting lineup still needs a little bit of work. This team needs to retool. The Knicks are the only team that's like, we have everything. That's it. And there's nothing else that we need to add, really. Sure, we could add maybe one guy here, another guy here, but like, you don't need that. You literally have everything in place. And now you have a new coach. Things are looking up. So I expect, this is lofty expectations, they should make it to the finals. They should. Barring health, the Knicks should be in the NBA Finals next year. Now, whether they win it or not, that's a whole different story. But they should be there. That's it. And Daniel, this is what happens when you sign good players and you have good players. This is the expectation. All right? Don't give me the sad look of, don't give me that shit. All right? This is what happens when you have Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart. There's no break. This is what happens when you have good talent in the room. This is the expectation.
I have the Mets who are trying to get a World Series bound. I have the Knicks who are immediately after are going to be vying for an NBA title. I have the Rangers who have no idea how good they're going to be, but they could also be pretty good depending on how good they are. And then there's the Jets. But, still, I get nothing. Even if I have my softball, that's how crazy this is right now. But like even like after all that, like even like the Jets have their own beat too, where it's like, how good are they going to be? If I see good football, I'm being invested every week. Like every day, I'm going to be invested in some type of game for some type of reason.
That's right, and that's when you have a good team, that's what it is. All right, this is the expectation now, Daniel. We can't shy away from it. We have to face it head on.
I love when I hate my job. Really
but listen, like, I think the Knicks are going to do it, right? If they beat these other teams at full strength last year, you can beat the Magic.
Right.
You could beat Milwaukee, who's like, meh. You could take down a Celtics team led by Jaylen Brown. Right? You could do all these things. Now just don't get hurt. That's it. If they get hurt, it's a different story, different conversation. This isn't the same team. Now we got different expectations. But healthy? This team's fucking gross. Disgusting. So they have to make it to the finals. With this team, there's an expectation where if you don't make it to the finals, you're a fucking failure. Big failure.
Yeah, I agree. I can't argue with it. I agree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's like,
I
man,
just
like,
I hate having to. I can't put expectations on my team. I can't, and I hate doing it because now I look everything at it with a more critical eye,
mhm,
right? So I don't know. I get it, and I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. From where we were 4 years ago, 5 years ago, this is where the Knicks should be at. This is where the Rangers should be at. Where the Mets should be at, right? But at the same time, it's like, man, it used to be simple when we were, you know, 15 and 50 and a nothing game on a Tuesday, and the Garden was still packed, and those were good times where nobody cared. And everybody just let out their emotion.
right.
Now it's like we let out our emotion, but now we care. So now it's more angry.
That's fair. That's fair. But Jess, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
You gonna dip out?
Well, it depends. What's next? What are you gonna talk about next?
Um,
We don't have much.
yeah, we don't have much. NBA playing games overseas in Berlin. It's pretty cool. Don't mind it.
Cough clap.
Don't mind it.
Good. We're going international.
Going to London as
Uh,
well. For what?
I think they should
One
probably
minute.
should have been doing that, considering basketball is huge globally. They're kind of, I don't know why they're just now. I don't know if they've done it before, but I feel like you could have
no.
done this much earlier. But it's a good thing that they did.
Yeah,
It makes sense for them. I don't know about the
Could have
NFL, but it makes sense for the
could have picked
NBA.
better teams.
they're
Could have picked better
they
teams.
could have. They finally are like they used to do this during like the preseason. Like, oh, we'll have a game in France, like an exhibition. Oh, we'll have a game in Mexico City.
That's stupid considering how big basketball is everywhere. Like,
I I will say this: baseball did it first,
Yeah, they did.
and then hockey did it next, and then football did it and claimed it.
it's the power of the NFL.
Son, yeah.
Oh, it's ours. We got it. Christmas, you're ours now.
Son, the NFL, whenever they pick it, yo, they are literally like Galactus. They pick, yo, Daniel, we get this reference. He picks a
We get
world
this
and he's
reference.
like, that's mine. Yeah, I'll eat that. Yeah, give me that. All right, what's next? Oh, Thanksgiving? Mine. Ha. What's next? Labor Day? Oh, you fucking better believe we're starting the season a week early. You better believe we're gonna. Oh, Halloween. My day now.
Mine.
Yeah, like it's any day they want. If they put their mind to it, they
Thanksgiving it now with Black Friday. That's ours too.
like they're just
Um,
constantly eating up these days for other promotions.
No, but they know how whoever is doing their fucking future plans,
Son,
who's ever like coming up with these brilliant, I hope they're getting paid.
they are the type A of the
Mhm.
type A's. They are the
They are the one of
they're the
ones.
one of ones who are don't care. They're like
Dell needs to like save their brain.
you like
Like
you got other type B's in the room like, huh? But what about the NBA and what about the crossover with the four nations? They're like,
this person
we
like
don't
fuck
give
all
a
that.
fuck. We're the
Our
NFL.
people fucking that game last night that was played in Canton, that the Hall of Fame game, that's gonna get higher ratings than half of regular season sports.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's
when you have developed that type of hunger in your fan base, you could definitely be a beast, the bully on the block.
Yeah. And the NFL season is always happening during prime holiday season. So they're like, mine, bitch. Like, this is mine now. Christmas, yoink. Next thing you know, they're going to do like 3 Kings Day or something like that. Like, they're just going to take over like every biblical holiday and just be like, huh, mine. Rosh Hashanah, huh, mine. Like, like, they're just,
4 hours.
they're just going to take over everything. It's just, there's nothing we could do. It's going to happen. Give it some
Chinese
time.
New Year hours. We're gonna have the Super Bowl right in the day of Chinese New Year and promote it in China.
So what are the holidays we got, man? Like, I need to figure this out. Oh, Diwali.
that's what I was thinking.
the whole month of Ramadan. Hours.
Oh, Columbus Day. Huh. Oh, Monday Night Football game.
Election day. Us.
Huh.
Right.
Daylight savings time. Our day. Right
Oh,
at midnight.
hold on. Election Day.
Yo, they are probably moving into the direction of having like instead of 3 days, Thursday, Sunday, Monday, they're probably working towards like a game every day of the week. 10 years from
Monday.
now, they will find a reason to have a game every day of the week.
What?
They could do it.
What? Hang on.
People
Hang
would
on.
watch.
Like
I just saw something.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. You only
College
get
football, fuck you guys. Taking college football too. 12 o'clock we have a game. 3 o'clock we have a game. 6 o'clock we take all of Saturday.
Son, yo, the NFL, son, they are run, and I mean this in the best way, like a dictatorship. They don't give a flying fuck what you have to
'Cause
say.
that's how you have to be.
We're going
That's
to
how
do
you
this.
have to be when you have a gold mine like that. Shit.
Oh, Hanukkah.
The universe.
Hey, Hanukkah, how you doing? Give me that shit.
You wanna know what's funny? You want to know what's funny?
Hmm.
The Super Bowl was on the 8th. If they would have waited another week, they could have pushed it to Valentine's Day.
Oh, they should have done it, but that's too late.
That is pretty late.
'Cause that's also. Oh wait, because NBA basketball, the All-Star
Wait,
game is
wait,
that.
wait, wait,
So
wait.
they should
If they
have
add,
that weekend.
wait. If they add the extra game, they could push it to the 14th. Because they would. Oh no, they put down. They go to the game.
Oh, hold
Damn.
on. You know what they could do? Have the Pro Bowl the Saturday, because the Pro Bowl doesn't have any players from the Super Bowl in it. Have the Pro Bowl that Saturday, take over that Friday, Saturday, and then have the Sunday be the Super Bowl. You literally overtake an entire weekend in February. That the NBA is like, hey, we're trying to pushing towards something here. No, you're not
You know,
pushing towards shit.
you know, what'd be fun. That my birthday weekend be that week, so they would take over my birthday.
That's right. Hey,
Those sons of
literally, the NFL goes up to your birthday. Is like, huh, you wanted that? Thank you.
bitches. Bad.
Oh, you thought this was the day you were born? No. It's the Raiders and the Dolphins today.
Oh god, and they would give us shitty games too. That's what would kill us. They'd be
There
like,
you go, shitty.
Yo,
They would
man.
give me two teams I don't care about.
Ravens and Chiefs for Monday night.
Everybody gets one birthday game for the month, and it's like a real shitty one, too. They're like, no. Oh, you
Oh,
thought you were
great, I
getting
got
Ravens
Colts.
Chiefs?
We're discussing our birthday games. What'd you get? Oh, I got Colts and Jaguars. Like, oh, I got Raiders and Broncos. Lewis is like, I got the Ravens and the Bills. Fuck you guys.
Well, my birthday's in June, so I get mini camp.
I get some decent games. September 14th. It's on a Sunday, too. I get some decent games. What? You know what? Let's look at that. NFL
What's your Sunday night game?
on September 14th. Let's see. That's actually a really good question. Let's see.
Wait, I have a question before I do log off because I have to get ready for work. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I actually have a job. I don't know about these two, but I do.
I work.
Jobs. I'm joking.
I worked 8 hours ago, and I will work 10 hours from now.
Ooh, my 425 game on my birthday is Eagles Chiefs. That's a great
Or
game.
the Amity watch.
What's your Sunday night?
Falcons Vikings.
Why did they do that? They could just easily switch that. What the fuck?
That's so bad.
You
That's
got
so
Bears
horrible.
Lions, you got Bills Jets, Seattle Pittsburgh.
And we picked Falcons and Vikings.
They could have just put Philly in Kansas City. They could have just did that. Just flex it. Just put it right there. Like
Maybe they will.
son, they're big dictators, but when it comes to the schedule, they're like, nah, it's that.
Well, I think because there's only look, they have another. They're not the only dictators in the game. These networks don't fuck around. So they have the schedule is the one thing where they have someone else stepping on their neck. It's like, you can't take this game from us. I swear to God, I'll kill you. Like,
Son, the 10.
that's why networks hate when they
Tom
flex.
Brady needs to be in the Eagles Chief game. Tom Brady needs to commentate the game.
It's in his
Enough stuff
contract.
like
He's
no,
obligated.
they hate when they flex those games when it's good because you're taking it out of their prime time hour. So it's like, it's a lot of, they don't like this flex thing
Too
unless it
fucking
actually
bad.
benefits them.
Hey, too fucking bad.
But what I was saying before I got distracted was, so how you guys feel about, so it happened. Shannon Sharp got fired.
Look, here's what I'll say. He was only
I'm
there.
kind of surprised they fired him though.
He was only there on Mondays.
No, he was there a few days out the week. Mondays and Tuesdays, I think.
Hey,
He'll make money from other ventures. If sure, it would be tougher now because of this, what happened with him. But I think he'll still be okay. You know what I mean? Like
I'm just surprised they fired him because I didn't think they were gonna do that because he settled it so quick and it, even though it was a story, it wasn't very few detail. Like, you know, it didn't grow to this massive, oh my God, scandal. He got it quiet, paid her off. So I'm surprised that they
like
I was surprised.
I think we're seeing I think this usually happens around football time too. A lot of network media, sports media, are going through reworks and they're reshuffling their talent, especially Fox Sports. We've seen what they've done already. ESPN's probably do the same thing where they're gonna, reintroduce more people and take out more people. This is what they do. I think I think everybody will be fine at the end of the day. I think Shannon Sharp will go somewhere else. He'll find a new venture somewhere. ESPN and Fox Sports will be fine. They'll find new people and do new shit. Maybe not Fox Sports, but it is what it is. ESPN will be fine. They have a plethora of things they can do. But I think it's interesting how quickly it did come out, and that he really didn't get that much more airtime after everything happened to really give him another chance. That's kind of messed up in my opinion.
Well, the
But
season was
well, that's the thing. That's my thing, right? The season was done. They were going to transition, but it's like at this point, it's like if you didn't fire him back in, when it was coming out, when it was breaking, why did you wait till now? You could have got a lot more out of that, and you just dropped it all of a sudden out of nowhere now on a random Thursday, or when was it?
random like Tuesday or
Because
Monday.
Tuesday. So it's like, to me, like it just, the way they kind of went about that whole situation was kind of messed up. But I think everybody will be fine.
All I'm gonna say is that Cam Newton and Shannon Sharp they could do the funniest thing right now if they really wanted to and get together and start a show. That would be hilarious. So if the sponsorships is right, if the money's right, yo, Cam and Shannon, you heard it here first. If it happens, because you think Cam cares about that? Hell no, you don't give a fuck. He gonna be like, yeah, Shannon, that's my dog, man. I'm riding with him, man. That's him. So, like, he doesn't care about this whole lawsuit. He's going to be like, hey, man, come on in. Let's start a show. Let's make it big.
Do they get along? I don't know if they've ever had beef or anything.
I don't know. I think they'll be fine. They're grown men. They'll be all right.
Yeah, but he's got his own show. I mean, Nightcap is still huge.
Hey,
so do you need
hey,
another
Jess. Hey, Jess. What solves all issues?
Huh? Oh. Yeah.
If the money's right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it just,
if there's money to be made.
So, Monique tried to warn him, stay away from these young girls.
He really paid, and that's a lot of money that he paid out. He has to dish out.
It is.
A lot of money. And, you kind of see it in the way his content, he can't really talk the same as he used to because of this whole, situation. So,
well, he can't talk about women and that young, because him and I, for many times, he loves to talk about young women. He loves young women, so he's not talking about that.
People have their needs.
Just date a 40-year-old, Shannon. You're almost 60. Just date a 40-year-old woman. I guarantee you there are fine 40-year-old women out here who will.
There are, but he don't want 40-year-old.
Or he could have just paid for it. Just pay for it next time, bro. Like it's pay. You don't pay for her to do the things to you. You pay for her to leave. That's what you do,
Well, the problem is they got into like an actual relationship.
and that's his problem. If you just wanted
Like,
this, why are we getting an actual relationship? There's no. You're Shannon Sharp. There's no. If you're not married already, you're not going to be. Stop. There's no actual relationship. I'm tired of this whole bullshit where all these like womanizer dudes who like talk about doing this with young women and like dating like 25-year-olds and they're like 50 plus. They all talk about it like, yeah, I want a relationship. No, you don't. Why are you lying? You don't want a relationship because you been would have had one if you really wanted to. Because you telling me there was no solid woman in your life when you was 30? You're lying. You're bullshitting me. So now that you're 57, you're like, oh, maybe I could settle down. Oh, yeah, with a 21-year-old. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's
I'm
really
just
smart.
about settling down, but it was his regular.
And
it
you know
was
what you
the girl
could?
that he was
But
consistently with.
you gotta pay for a regular who's not gonna fucking be snitching on you or like information gets
Oh yeah,
leaked.
no, see the
You
that
could do
see
all
the
the
dangerous he
nasty.
got
No.
in with the hothead. You messed around with the girl who probably had so many red flags, and you didn't care because she gives probably great blowjobs.
My thing is like,
And you guys clearly had a kink, but you having a kink with a toxic person,
he could have paid for
and
that.
now she's cost you $20 million.
He could have paid way less for that. Way less for the kink to be done. Way less. Over years. Oh, years. But
There's
he's
another
dumb.
OnlyFans girl on there who was like, "Damn, boo, you could have got with me, and I would have said nothing." Now look, but she retired now.
She's done.
Retired from. That's how you know she got the bread.
Yes.
She's like,
She put all of that money into a high yield savings account, and she's going to be making like $500,000 every single year, untouched, without having to work or move a single muscle. That's it. She's done it. She did what everybody wants
crazy?
to do.
She's gonna end up. Another guy's gonna fall into her same trap.
Hell yeah.
And they deserve it because
Yeah.
clearly, But I have to go. I have to get ready.
All right, Jess.
See you guys.
Take care, Jess. Love you.
Bye.
Jets.
It's a wonderful banner. Love the banner. I love it.
I got faith this year. Yeah, that's right. My birthday gift. Thanks.
It's very nice. Real nice.
I actually spilled coffee on the corner of it. I don't think you can tell, but I'm gonna put it in the wash. Got a brown spot. You can't really tell.
No, I could tell now that you pointed it out. I could tell. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Bye, guys.
Bye, Jess. Love you.
Bye.
I could tell now. Yeah.
She didn't need to say it. We didn't even know.
It's funny. Once she pointed it out and looked at the spot, I'm like, yep.
Yep.
Oh man. But CP3 signed with the Clippers. He's old. And
yeah.
He's 40 something. Oh, God. He's trying to win a ring.
40 years too old. Yeah,
trying to win a ring.
With the Clippers who were good. The Clippers who have their team that was good 2016.
And their team, bro, in 2016, they would have ran the league. Are you kidding me? What? They're all like 35 plus. It's so sad now. like looking at that team now.
Bradley Beal can't score. Kawhi don't want to play back to backs. James Harden's still in a fat suit, and Chris Paul. I mean, like Chris Paul is probably the one guy who can get everybody together. Hey guys, can we just play? Like, Kawhi, you healthy? Yeah. James, you want to win? Beal, can you shoot? Let's go.
Yeah. But
hey, I said it before. The three most important things for the Clippers that are going to hurt them the most is doubtful, out, and back-to-back. Second half of back-to-backs. Sorry.
Let me look at this list. There we go. This is good. There we go. So let's talk about the trade deadline for the MLB. Now, it was a pretty good deadline, I think, for both of our teams. I think both of our teams, they did really well in adding to their roster while also not spending a whole lot in like trading assets to get these good players into addressing these needs that they desperately need, right? So
Mhm.
I'll talk about the Yankees, right? The first domino to fall, which first off, it's like after the one trade, it felt like there was just a trade every day. Trade, 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 trade. I haven't seen like for me at least, I haven't seen the Yankees this active at the trade deadline in a while.
Right. So I think I just thought the deadline. You're going to go back to the first trade you made with
Um,
Arden McMahon.
the Ryan McMahon, and then I'll just go down the rest of the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ryan McMahon, he was the first domino piece, and he's already playing well, already hitting above 300, already have almost a 500 OPS, and he's playing stellar defense at third, and he's already hit a walk-off for the Yankees. The Yankees desperately need just somebody to get hits and get on base. We don't need the long ball. We don't need all this crap about analytics. We just need somebody to play good defense, get a couple singles, get the ball rolling, pretty much.
Right.
Just get on base, let the power hitters do what power hitters do, and then see what happens. And then play great defense, right? Which Volpe hasn't. Fucking, I love the kid, but God, he's awful.
Or anybody at third base.
Yeah. And then we got Ahmed Rosario, lifetime 270 hitter. He can come in, he can get a base hit, and he can play some pretty good defense in the infield, right? That's what you need. This is the team that they're trying to build up now with these trade acquisitions are for deeper playoff runs, right? Guys who are seasoned veterans, who can get on base, who can come up with a big hit, who don't necessarily rely on the long ball to be in games, and who play good defense, right? Hey, Yankees trying to get players who play good baseball. Huh. Fucking shocker.
That's how we used to be.
Oh, gosh. Right? And then you have Austin Slater, saved him from the White Sox. Good hitter, good player, right? Solid outfielder. You got David Bednar from the Pirates. Pretty solid reliever. He was on the Pirates. That's, they're fucking awful. Paul Skeens still hasn't won a game by the recording of this video. Still hasn't won a fucking game since what, May? It's insane what they're doing to him. Just, oh gosh. We got Jake Bird, another good reliever. Jose Caballero, which was traded from the Rays to the Yankees during the same game, so he just had to walk across the diamond and go to his new dugout with Aaron Boone. He's an infielder. And Camilo Duvall, Dominican, flamethrower, throws heat, was on the San Francisco Giants, who also traded one of their pieces to the Mets. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I like what the Yankees are doing. They're being very aggressive because the management is looking at this team and how they're playing, and they know that they could be so much better than they actually are, but they're not. And they see they were slipping. Right before the All-Star break, they were slumping real bad. So they had to be aggressive in making changes and kind of overhauling this roster to trying to get some momentum back into the locker room. And this is what you do, right? You get in players who are solid baseball players, not just guys who hit home runs, not just guys who are name value kind of ish at this point, right? Like Anthony Volpe. And you get guys who just play baseball the right way. You know what I mean? Like, and guys who are kind of
not the Yankee way.
Not the Yankee way. And guys who are kind of underappreciated, right? Ryan McMahon, when he was on the Rockies, was ass. Right? But is that because
he did good things.
Exactly. Is that because he's a bad baseball player, or is that because he's on the fucking Rockies? Everybody's trash over there. So you get him in a good situation where you got other hitters around him. Now they got to pitch to him more. Right now he's getting more opportunities to swing the bat, play good defense. Right? He's getting his groove back. Right? He's like call him Stella. And then you got some other bullpen guys, which our bullpen is Tim Hill. Luke Weaver, I believe, is hurt. Devin Williams is there. Like, we could add more names to that bullpen because our starters, we're getting Luis Heel back and Max Fried's going to come back soon. So when everybody's healthy, and if, we're in the wild card right now, so if we make the wild card, we have a good chance of winning that series in the wild card if everybody's healthy, everybody's playing up to their play. Like, we don't have to win the division to make the playoffs, right? We just have to
Right.
make that wild card. And these are moves that are going to keep them up afloat, if not try to propel them closer to winning the division, because maybe Toronto, right, loses a couple games here, loses a series here, right? All of a sudden, now you're one game out. And then boom,
Right.
now you actually have a shot at winning the division. And they got guys who could throw, guys who could pitch, and guys who are just underappreciated, which I really enjoyed, because when you get these guys onto a team who has championship aspirations, they play different. They do. So I liked the moves that the Yankees made. I think it's going to help them more than hurt them. And to be honest, I like how with MLB trades they don't say what the team gave up ever. At least
Yeah.
like just on regular like Instagram, like when you see it, they're just like, "Oh, they got him." It's like, for what? It's like, cash. Like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Sure, yeah. They just paid for him. Sure, great. So I like what the Yankees did with the bullpen, especially like just bolstering that up and getting guys who can come in and pitch important innings as well. So that's my
Right.
Yankees review. I'll give them an A for this trade deadline. I like it when teams are aggressive and actively
Right.
trying to continue to get better and stay afloat. So that's my grade.
Yeah. I agree. I like the Yankees deadline. I think they addressed not all of their needs, but most of it. I think the bullpen was definitely a major priority coming into the deadline. I like the Dave Bendar deal. He's a really good reliever who's having a down year. I think he need to change the scenery. He's a really good reliever. He could potentially be the closer of this team if you didn't get Duvall. Duvall. But Camilo Duvall, really another really solid back end piece to your bullpen. On top of having Devin Williams and Luke Weaver, it's a nasty bullpen. And I think it's similar to what the Mets did, and we'll get to that in a minute, where like your starters aren't great, right? And your starters aren't, the most lengthy, right? So you need if that's the case, you need to have a very deep bullpen. You have a deep bullpen that you can rotate many arms on at any given day to get outs. And when you get to the postseason, what happens? A lot of starters get yanked early, and you need a deep bullpen to combat that. So I do like what the Yankees did in that regard because outside of Max Fried, the starting rotation is not good, right? So they could have addressed the starting rotation issue, but they didn't. They chose to go the bullpen route, which I think is a good thing because it's more bang for your buck. You're not trading for starting pitching, you're not tied down to it. And it's a little bit more reliable this year. So I like that guard. I love the McMahon deal. I think he was 300 hitter a couple years ago. He was on the Rockies this year. They're god awful, but he plays good defense. He's a lefty bat, and you don't need him to be the five hitter, the two hitter, the four hitter. You could put him seventh, you can put him sixth, and just let him mash. And in Yankee Stadium, we know how Yankee Stadium is. He'll mash. So I really like that deal. The Ahmed Rosario thing, I think, is because they need a defensive replacement at shortstop because Anthony Volpe cannot do it. So I like that deal. God help Anthony Volpe this year. I
Help
feel
him
really
so
bad
much,
for the kid.
please. God, please help him.
But but yeah, I think the Ahmed Rosario, he's not going to be here for his bats, here for his defense. He can play every position on the infield. So he'll be here for his defense. Victory. He'll be in the victory formation every game. So you need he's basically the closer on the infield, essentially. Essentially, excuse me. So yeah, I like, and they didn't give up their top prospects, which is always good at the deadline. So that all in all, it's a positive deadline for them. They gave up a good prospect for McMahon, but team control, whatever. He's here for next year. But I think in that regard, it's a good deadline for the Yankees. It gives Cashman and Boone some breathing space, but the Yankees now have to perform. They've given all their tools. Granted, Aaron Judge is not going to be here, probably be DHing, which is fine. Could have been a lot worse. If he would have got seriously hurt, I would have said you need to get another bat, but he's fine. But I think all things considered, you got every hole that needed to be filled, you got something for it. It may not be the best replacement, but it's something for it that you could use. So Aaron Boone has his tools. Cashman gave him everything that he needed. If they don't execute now and they don't make the playoffs, or they get out of the wild card, there is no more excuse for both of them. They got everything he needed to get him more. So this has to be the go time now for this team and for the Yankees.
Hmm. I agree. Yeah, for sure. And the Mets, they were pretty.
The Mets team.
They got the bullpen was a problem. They went straight for it. Talk
To it.
about it.
We're gonna start with Gregory Soto. They got Gregory Soto from the Orioles. Lefty who having a bit of a down year. Um, he's a specialist. He has 3.9 ERA, 47 games, 49 strikeouts. Lefties don't hit him. That's the big thing. Lefties do not hit him. He'll be a specialist out of the bullpen. It's another lefty in the pen. He's seventh inning guy, sixth inning guy, whatever. He's high leverage. And he will on the Orioles, change the scenery. You take a flyer on him, you move on. And they went out, and then they got Tyler Rogers. Tyler Rogers is 34. He has a 1.80 ERA in 50 innings with 38 strikeouts. He's a submariner. So when he throws underneath.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's incredible how he pitches. They did give up relatively a lot on name value, but when you look into deep stats, it's not that bad of a deal. Blake Tidwell, they have plenty of prospects for him they could replace him with, and Ryan Clifford, they have plenty of. He was 25 and he wasn't meeting his expectations in the minor, so they gave up on him. And Jose Butto, but they could replace Butto. So they bring in Rogers, high leverage guy, seventh inning, eighth inning guy, another arm out of the bullpen they could use. Um, super, super, really, he's having a fantastic year. He's a free agent at the end of the year, so really like that move. And then they got probably my favorite move of the deadline, or the day before the deadline, Ryan Presley
Helsley.
from from the Cardinals. Or Housley, sorry, from the Cardinals. I really like this signing, or this trade. He's got 3 ERA, 36 innings. He's got 27 saves. He had 47 saves last year. So he's the closer on the Cardinals. And one of my major wants for this deadline was I want to get a second closer. I want them to bring in somebody who could, just in case, be able to close games and either pitch in the eighth inning. And I think with Presley, he throws 100 miles an hour. He's a hard thrower. He's got a nasty, nasty plus fastball. You could put him in the eighth inning, you could put him in the ninth inning, you could put him in the seventh, you could put him anywhere you want in high leverage spots, and he get you out. And the Cardinals are a decent team, but you put him out on contender, I think you could really see him excel. And I think getting him out of the ninth inning too, putting him in the eighth, not making him the closer, is going to help. I really like this deal. I think they didn't give a ton for him. Jesus Baez is a decent prospect, not great. And I think it was a really important piece for that bullpen to get that bridge to Diaz. I think with Soto, Rogers, and Helsley, you have a great bridge to Diaz. On top of the three other, you have Ryan Stanek still, Reed Garrett, Oscar Brazaban, um, and Brooks Raley. You have a really decent bullpen, similar way that the Yankees built their bullpen, where the starters for the Mets aren't that strong. You have a couple maybe good ones here and there, but they don't go deep into games. And the bullpen was getting taxed and it was getting hurt, and they needed to bring in pieces that they can rely on and that they can give. Okay, Rogers and Helsley pitched today. Today we'll go with Soto and Stanton. Or, Diaz pitched yesterday. Today Helsley will close. Stuff like that to kind of eat off everybody and have a deep bullpen, which you need for a playoff. And then to end the day, they brought it Cindric Mullins,
Whew.
center fielder from the Orioles. So Mullins is having a bit of a down year offensively. He's hitting 299, 15 home runs, to be honest. He's here for two reasons. He's here for his defense, which is plus A plus, and his speed. So he'll add to the top of the order. He'll add more pressure on the pitcher. He'll add to the postseason. He doesn't need to start every game. He probably will, but he doesn't need to. So you could play him situationally as well if you need him to be a pinch runner or a pinch hitter. He's a lefty off the bench too, which they needed. And I think, he's one of those players who like with a change of scenery with somebody who now on a playoff team could maybe now start to kind of get his back going again, have a good vibe about him, new beginnings, fresh start. And again, like he's not here because he's the big bat. He's not here because he's gonna be expected to hit. He's here to play great defense in center field to ensure that happens, and he's here to steal bases and can provide speed at the top of the order. So I like that move. He wasn't my guy. I would have liked somebody with more playoff experience or a bigger bat, but I think it's a solid move that makes sense at that moment in time, right? So I think all things considered, when you look at the Mets deadline, it was good. It was decent. I didn't have a problem with it. I really like the Helsley deal. It's probably my favorite deal in here. They didn't give up any of their top prospects. They kept Beatty, Mauricio, and Vientos. So they kept all their top five prospects. They kept. Um, so this is good. This is the group, right? They're believing in this team, this lineup. They're believing in this starting rotation. They're believing in this bullpen, right? They have no major league except for Buteau. This offense now, especially the people who are having down years, Vientos, Taylor, to a degree, Alonso and Lindor, who have been slumping bad. This has to be their time now. Where like now they're given the pitching, they've been given the offense, they've been given the defense. Now they have to go out and execute.
Mm-hmm.
They're still, I think they're a game and a half above the Phillies, first place in the division.
Half
It's
a
going to
game.
be a dogfight, half a game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a dogfight between us and the Phillies to the end of the year. One of the two will probably win the division. One of us is going to go to the wild card. So it's going to be a dogfight. You hope that you have just a little bit more than they do. So, but you need Vance to start hitting. You need Mauricio to start hitting, or hit more consistently. And you need the starting rotation to be more healthy and a bit better. You have Winker coming back, which is a good thing. You're getting Mania back. You're still building him up. And you have the option that you could put Clay Holmes back in the bullpen if you really need to come the postseason. So that will add to your bullpen even more. So I think all things considered, the Mets have their plan going into the postseason. They have their roster, they have their team. They have to execute and the same way the Yankees have to execute. I'll do the expectations. We don't have the Yankees. We don't have the expectation the Yankees have, but you still have to perform at that high level. I think the additions that you made will get you there, and not giving up your top prospects. The deadline is always a good thing.
New York is up right now. Um, it would be nice if both of them made the World Series. It would be nice if both of them faced it in the playoffs. But I really enjoy they're both being aggressive. They're not
Right.
selling, they're buying. They're like, no, 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 we need more. And I love it when like teams are active in their aggression. They're not just waiting,
Right.
sitting on their hands like, oh well, my hands are tied. I can't do much. Oh, but this top prospect's number 15 in our thing.
In our system.
But like you could be this guy's better right now. Like you have the potential to win a World Series here. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about big things. We're not talking about the small
Right.
things right now. And I really enjoy the aggressiveness from both of these teams.
Yeah. especially the Yankees made a lot of deals, and like they completely like revamped their roster
Yep.
without giving up their top guys in their system. That's also a really good thing.
Bro,
We're
they
talking about maybe Volpe might go. He's terrible. Nolan Jones what's the
Spencer
pitcher
Jones.
Spencer
Spencer Jones.
Spencer Jones. Did they get rid of Oswald Cabrera, which is fine.
You got Ryan McMahon. We don't need him.
Yeah,
Sorry. He's a
right.
better bat and a better defender. Sorry.
Oh, boo-hoo. Got rid of
Yeah,
the
like
Yankees.
yeah. I don't care. So like they're 3.5 games back right now. They can easily make up that ground, so I'm not really like worried. It's only they only played 109 games. They have what?
I mean, every team has their bad month.
53.
The Yankees had a bad July. The Yankees had a really bad July.
And the Blue Jays had a fucking fantastic one. So it's like, well, shit.
Yeah, they were like one of the like 20 and like 20 out of like 24 this month.
Yeah, they were cooking.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, what could you do, right? So Yankees, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Ain't it fun to just be like, yo, we're the Yankees, bro. Like we're gonna make it. Like it is what it is. Like, especially because like the Boston Red, like the only other team that we're like kind of concerned about for the wild card are the Red Sox and the Mariners. But isn't there 3 wild
Right.
card spots?
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry, but we have to be like, hey, these guys are on our ass though. Like we should keep winning.
Just be mindful.
Just be mindful. Of them.
Just don't put it in cruise control yet. Just like, still put effort in.
Yeah, keep your foot on the gas. Don't let the car just ride yet. All right.
Jazz Chisholm.
Fucking Jazz Chisholm. Okay. But shout out to the Mets though. They are looking real good. 7-3 in their last 10. Shout out to the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
I like the moves that they did.
Well.
They, like, I love it when teams are aggressive. Like they're like, no, we have to did this now.
Yeah, and no other team at the deadline really did as much as like the Rays kind of got hot at the end, but like the Mets and Yankees were the most active teams on deadline. You know what I mean?
And they're the 2 biggest teams in pretty much all the sport. They're kind of setting an example, really. Like, this is how you're going to win games. You have to be aggressive. Stop trying to hold on to prospects when you know, like, it's not going to help you right now or, like, in the next couple, 2-3 years. Because some of these prospects aren't even ready.
Right.
They're 3 years down the line. Like, why are we holding? Like, if we have the chance to make it to the World Series and make a deep playoff run in the next 2 years, why not trade that guy and potentially get a guy bringing him in who we have 2 years with who could be good?
You want to know what's crazy? So the Twins traded Correa back to Houston. You know what Houston gave up? A high A pitcher who's 25 years old.
Sounds like they just wanted to do it. They're like, okay, give us whatever. That was one of the bros. Like, all right, bro, I got you, man.
Yeah. You ever seen Moneyball?
Yep.
So there's the scene on the deadline where he's like, "Call this. Hey, what's up? I want Garcia." The Mets go, "I like Garcia. You don't even know who Garcia is. Give me Rico. I like Rico. You don't even know who Rico is. I don't even know why I'm doing it. Let's just do it. Fuck it, let's just do it. I don't care." And then they do it. Like I envisioned how it would go.
Like some trades in baseball, 100% go like that. He's like, "Hey, Correa wants to be here, so you got anybody?" Garcia. Who's Garcia? No, I don't know either. All right, sure. Like
Sure.
I guess sure. Oh man, it was a good deadline. It's gonna be interesting to see how both these teams pan out, and if the Mets continue on their winning ways and they're continuing to push past the Phillies, and then if the Yankees could even, come back on the Blue Jays, which 3.5 games out is not a lot. So
it's not a lot.
They have.
It was a lot worse last week.
It was like 8. It was
last
like
week
6, 7 games. Yeah, like it was bugging out. So Now it's gonna look good. So
Yeah.
that's been the show. We did it.
Baseball's almost over. Isn't
Baseball,
that crazy?
yeah, yo. Baseball been going on since fucking what? April, March.
April. That feels like so long ago, but it's like I feel like it's like we have like 60 games, like 50 games left.
That was like what 3 months already?
3, 4 months, yeah.
Because August right
Yo,
now.
baseball goes by fast.
They play every day.
They do play every day.
You play every day,
Sometimes twice a day.
which is insane. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it rains
I
and
won't
you
go to a
don't
lot of
play. Like
sometimes I don't want to go to work and I think, what's Juan Soto doing right now? He's going to work.
But that's gonna do it for us. Special 8 a.m. Get
Yep,
back. We did it.
we did it.
I'm so tired. I'm gonna lay once to get off this. I'm laying right back down for like another 30 minutes.
I drank all the coffee.
I think you needed it. So yeah, I think you
I
needed
drank
it.
all the coffee.
You needed that.
Jesus Christ.
But we thank you
It
guys for
was
watching.
full. It was up to here. It was to the top. It's gone.
It was in an hour 40. You drank that whole thing, man.
My God. Now I can't have my
Oh man, but that's been the show.
Anyway,
We love you guys.
that's been
Appreciate y'all watching. And we'll see you guys next week. I'm going to Puerto Rico. I will
Yes, you
I
are.
will post the video of me in Puerto Rico. I promise you. It will be brief. It'll be me on a beach.
Ooh, must be nice. I
Dr-
can go on
It will
vacation.
be me.
Some of us have to work.
It'll be me on a beach drinking a pina colada. So I'm gonna have a great time. It's gonna be wonderful. And we appreciate you guys watching. And take it easy. Peace.
Amazing.